How you doing, everybody? Today I'll be going over Zoomaka by World Shapers. Now this game is absolutely exciting. Mechanics used are going to be set collection and card management. Most of the game you'll be taking cards from the top of the deck and into your hand and building sets, or I think how the theme works really well with this, exhibits of animal types in your zoo. You'll have cards like kangaroos, squirrels, foxes. Now, as you could tell, the artwork's very minimal, but also very pleasing to the eye with very minimal descriptions, but does a very good job at explaining what each card really represents. Now, I'll go more into that detail later. I do want to say that this game is 2 to 5 players, but I felt that it played best at 3 players. So make sure you have 3 people on hand to really get the full effect of building your zoo while, preventing your opponent, your competitors, from completing their zoos. And as far as replay value, yes, this game is fun. Yes, it's very easy to get a hold of, but the rulebook is not too friendly towards new game players, and I think it's just a matter of learning the mechanics themselves before really taking on this game. However, if you do get this game down, you do teach a lot of people to play it, I could see it being fun for a couple runs. Maybe not extremely long term, just because you can only build so many different exhibits, but definitely great if you want to bring it as a filler every once in a while so you don't really exhaust the game out. And if you are also looking to play something in 30 minutes or less. So let's go ahead and check the game out. So let's go ahead and get started here. I have a deck of 6 cards. So I have up to 3 actions that I'll be taking, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is place an animal in my zoo. So let's look at a card, right? Let's just say I have this card. Cool. This is a falcon. It's a double up. So I can either play it as a bird exhibit or like, I don't know what, a mammal, is that a mammal? A mammal exhibit? I'm going to place that down. Second move I want to do, okay, let's see. I can force somebody to pay. I'll get to that later. You know what, I could put another bird down because looks like all I need is 1 more of the bird type since I'm going the bird route. In order to complete that section, I need 4 sections to win. And then, let's see, I have, oh, cool, this is a setting, which is a free move. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Now, everyone has to abide by that rule. And this says that if you have a banana symboled card, you can play it for free. Awesome. Since that was a free move, I have 1 move left still. Let's see. Discard a card each time a fee is. I'm going to add this to this section because I think later I'm going to use the entrance card in order to make opponents pay, which I'll explain later. I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to go ahead and draw 2. Okay, let's say it's my turn again because I'm the only one playing. I have 4 cards in my hand because I only got to draw up to 2. It looks like I can actually go about finishing this. Bam, I finished this section. What else do I want to do? Well, I'm going to go ahead and I don't really worry about this too much because I'm a risk taker. I'm going to play this in the bank. I'm selling a card to the bank. I'll explain that right now because I now have an entrance card. Now I'm going to play this in this section here. I'm going to force 1 opponent. Sometimes there's other types. I'm going to force 1 opponent to pay for this section. So what does that mean? These value symbols at the top are added together 6, okay? So, I have the add-on here. Okay, so it's 6. So I'm going to say this player over here has to pay me 6 value, okay, 6 coins or whatever. Luckily we had this bank earlier and hopefully he did too, so all the cards in the bank now have a value. That's what matters. You have to pay me 6 coins worth of your bank, and then I get to decide, okay, do I want to play it in my bank, or maybe it's something I can put straight into my zoo. I cannot put it back in my hand, so that's that. And then of course you could add add-ons to sections. This one particularly has a discard a card each time a fee is charged for the section. There's other cards around here too. There's like more entrance fees for these types of cards. Here's different types of cards. Roller coaster, draw a card each time a fee is done. So as you can tell, there's a lot of variety in this game. But that's how the game's played. You're doing this until you've had 4 sections complete. Okay, this doesn't necessarily work as a section, but And let's just say I got this out here, right? I could play this as a random. Now that's a full section. Now I'm gonna work on this here, the gibbon, right? Or maybe I wanna play with the butterfly. Now I have 4 sections I'm working on. First person to make 4 wins. So in the end, as you can tell, this game is very easy to learn, is very easy to play, and can be taught to a lot of people if you are familiar with how board games work, especially with this resurgence of games, right? We're not talking Monopoly, we're not talking Clue, we're talking new mechanics that people haven't really used before. You could tell Zoomaka is great. The artwork's on point. The gameplay is cool. Biggest issue I probably think is the delivery of cards that are non-animals. Only because, yeah, they add like a variety to the game, but I don't think it's pressured enough to really create a different, like an explosion of difference. I think it's more of, it felt to me more like a filler of, let's add this just to make the variety out of the set collection. Not a big deal. I mean, it does add some flavor to the game, but not enough to really make a mixed spice bowl of difference, which is a weird analogy, but you get the idea. Thanks for watching.